Man, like, we're heading to the Bellamy Bridge, dude.
It's supposed to be pretty well haunted.
I mean, that was the legend we grew up on. Bella goes to the Bellamy Bridge.
Hell no, I'm getting out of here.
Is there anyone up here? That gave legit goosebumps there.
She jumped off the bridge.
Are you counting me?
Yeah, you know, living there, 20-something years, I never even went to it.
I've been there twice. Now, fishing, growing up, like, you know how my dad would go fishing every Friday.
Right.
Occasionally when I would go with him, sometimes we would take the path that led right under the Bellamy Bridge. It's just an old red rusted bridge. I mean, that's what it is.
Do you go by it when you go down Bear Paw?
Nope. I don't think, well, I think you can access it via Bear Paw, but I don't think you go to it, like, naturally.
Oh, when you're...
Yeah, you have to, like...
float the bridge.
Yeah.
I got you. I didn't know how that one worked.
But yeah, what you got there is the file I created on the Bellamy Bridge, and it actually has the myth and the real story in it, which I think it's Elizabeth Bellamy, who is the presumed ghost.
Yep, Elizabeth Jane Bellamy.
Yep. She was the plantation owner's son's wife, and she did not catch on fire at her wedding. That was actually a story from one of the Carolinas that got transposed onto her story. And she died of a fever, I do believe. And they buried her on a tree near the bridge on the plantation property. Now, I think that it's wise for us to try to contact this ghost of the Bellamy Bridge, you know, Elizabeth. But it was a plantation, and I think that it would be kind of unwise for us to try to find a ghost to the best of our ability. And what? Okay.
They trying to get to Wendy's. They got to get that burger, burger and fries.
Get those inferior chicken nuggets.
That's it.
Not a sponsor.
Don't nobody. Not a spot. Don't nobody want no Wendy chicken. I mean,
actually, like we normally do eat at Wendy's, but it's not my favorite.
I like their chicken nuggets, but that's probably about it. Well, they've got the natural cut fries now, don't
they? Yep. Their fries aren't good. McDonald's fries.
McDonald's is still the best fry. I watched another thing on Facebook. It was like McDonald's fries. When you get done, you're like, oh no, where'd they all go? So you start looking, and then you got that one right in the bottom of the bag.
Not there are McDonald's. Half of them are at the bottom of the bag.
I grab it and shake it. You know, all the fries in the bag are mine.
There you go. But I think we should also try to call any spirits of the enslaved who were there, and see if, like, maybe some of the unsettled spirits that people sense or feel in those woods near the bridge could be that.
Could be one of the slave owners wanting, or one of the slaves wanting some kind of revenge or something.
Maybe not even that bad. Like, it's just when you live that kind of life, like, you know, believers would say that the majority of spirits have no ill will, right? Like, they don't want to hurt anyone. They lived such a life that was emotional and very heightened, right, very extreme, and that energy just lives on. It resides. And I think, you know, there's also the theory that, you know, mineral water, limestone, these kind of things can trap spiritual energy. Like, if there was a strong emotional moment attached to a place near limestone or sandstone or granite and mineral water, you can end up with residual hauntings. And the thing is that, gosh, it was a slave plantation. a lot of energy like that was there, right?
Yeah.
You know, the fact that you bury your very young wife out there, like maybe it's actually her husband who was out there mourning.
Could be.
You know,
I
don't know.
That. That's a good thought.
What I find frustrating is that our hometown being destroyed by a hurricane, like the government of Florida nor the federal government really gives a crap about those people. Like,
no, they didn't help them at all.
Like they were like, oh yeah, let's fix Panama City Beach, and
that's because Marianna doesn't bring money to Florida,
and there's not enough voters there to actually care about. You know?
Right. But the beach brings money to Florida. All of those bring money, so they're more than happy to do that. It makes me sick, man.
Yeah.
To see that.
Well, you know, I tried contacting St. Luke's. You know, I actually got a response from them. I contacted a bunch of people around, and St. Luke's was the only one who actually got back to me, and they were like, sorry, we are still damaged from Hurricane Michael, you know, not this year, maybe next year if we can get fixed. And I'm like, whoa, wait a second. You're telling me that like 2.5 years later,
still
you're one of the oldest buildings in our community, and you don't have the funds to fix it? Yeah.
Man, it blows me away. Beautiful church like that too.
Mm-hmm. Historical cemetery there.
As long as there ain't mold, I still wouldn't mind going in there.
Well, you got to get permission from the church itself.
I mean, if they would let us be
Yeah.
like, hey, we don't mind the damage, just if there's no mold, I don't mind going in there. Just like the house down here. If there wasn't mold, I'd go in there. We could do a heck of a hunt in there.
I did bring 2 or 3 of Ashley's masks you said had the filters in them. I don't know if you feel better about going in there with those.
I don't know how well those will do. I don't know. I mean, you can feel the mold in the air. You don't want that on the equipment. Because I even thought about just maxing up, going in there, setting up, and leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Do some kind of basic setup. Let's run out. Let's go to Bellamy Bridge, and then just come back and pick the equipment up. And I'm like, oh man, I don't want all that mold on the equipment.
Yeah.
So there ain't no way I can think of to cover all that up. Let's see what we got. Let's see if this stuff is sturdy. Let's see the middle part. Oh man.
All right.
Oh, that's a lot better.
All right.
That's a lot better.
If I toss this over you, can you catch it? All right.
That's a lot better. Tried to put as much weight as I could on this one.
Actually, yeah.
You gotta put it in the ring pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That made it much easier.
Made it helpful a lot.
Watch out. I'm pointing the gun your way.
Pointing up.
There we go.
Oh, man, real quick.
All right. Well, I guess we're making this happen.
We are. In your face, Hurricane Michael. I knew when they named the hurricane after my dad, it was going to be a disaster. Come in with a big attitude, mess everything up.
Yep. The reality is, this is a forgotten place. This is a forgotten place in America. Too few people care, and too few people are interested to actually care about these stories.
What did I tell you? I'm a little bit weirded out of being in the woods at night. I had an M16 with blank rounds in it. That's going to do me any good.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'd much rather be in these woods where I'm more familiar with the ecology than I'd rather be in the Rockies where I'm still getting to learn it.
Yeah. It's so risky, it takes a while to learn.
Gosh.
It is warm. We are live, baby. There's parts of it you can get a daggum cruise boat through.
I am going to do some flash photography real quick just to see what happens.
Yeah.
So this is only your second time out here.
Mm-hmm. Only the second my whole life. You would think I'd been out here more.
Yeah. Can't count how many brim I've caught underneath this bridge. Shell crackers, stump knockers.
Mm-hmm. Crappy, whatever you want to call them.
Yep.
It was hot.
It is a very hot and humid night, and the bugs are reminding us.
How does that make you feel, Elizabeth?
I did that.
You know, I can relate to your pain. I couldn't imagine losing any of my children. I've got 4 of them. I don't know how I would live if any of them died. I hope I never have to feel that, and I'm sorry for you. I feel sorry for you.
Oh, it's only 86 degrees out here.
With 100% humidity. Actually, I'm going to say 120% humidity. You know, does it make you sad that your child died? Does it make you sad you didn't get to see her live a long life? Is she here with you? You know, I hope when I die I get to be with my kids forever. I understand sometimes you just need a break from them, but you miss them for every minute. Matter of fact, I'm missing them right now to come talk to you. It'd be real nice if you talked back. All you gotta do is touch these little lights. Or just get close to them. If you don't feel comfortable with that, all you gotta do is talk loud.
This bug flew up my nose.
Ew. Good nap.
Maybe. Oh, man. That was not pleasant. Yep, went down my throat.
How old were you when you died? Did it hit for a second?
Cold spot.
Interesting.
Or, you know what? No, the temperature's just going down. It's going down fast. Yeah, sun's going down, temperature's going down. I think I found that spider. That's all it is, temperature's going down.
Good. Good.
We're lucky to be in the 70s before we leave.
That'd be real nice. You got any questions for her?
So, I'm not asking this of Elizabeth, but to any spirit that's out here near this bridge. Were you an enslaved person? Were you trapped here against your will? Again, if you're here, you can use this device to light it up and answer the question as a yes, and we will understand that response.
Would you guys just prefer that we leave?
Are you tired? Are we going to hear any audio other than the sounds of nature? Even if we got an EVP, I'm not so sure we'd hear it over.
Unless it's loud.
It's louder than we are.
Well, that takes some careful listening. Well, if they'll yell loud enough, we'll be able to hear them for sure.
It's true. Did you work on a cotton plantation?
Or peanuts. Peanuts grow around here real good.
Oh, your phone's interfering with it.
Damn, I came all the way over here.
You got a strong phone, man.
I thought we determined this case was good, though.
Not that good.
That could be the flare.
It could be the flare. You're right. It could be.
Did you work in a cotton or a peanut field? Oh, yeah.
Do you like peanuts? Move a step closer, see if it goes off. Was that you? I'm just gonna move this.
Was it a peanut field? I'll tell you, I like peanuts now.
Did they treat you poorly? Did they treat you well? I'm wondering if it's that though.
I don't know, I still stepped in there and it didn't.
Has it been my hat?
Uh-uh.
No. Well, yeah, it could have. I just made it go off.
It went a little higher than that though, didn't it?
It did. It went up to a yellow. So, I don't think we can like just go with it. Like we need something better.
No, but we might can mention it. I'll mention it as a possibility. If that was you, you got to give us more.
I mean, the more you're able to work with that thing, we're backing off. We're not going to get any closer. We'll give you space. Do you want us to give you space? If we don't get anything else, man, I'm going to assume it's tech.
What the hell can I get?
Does the technology we have out here confuse you at all? Are you scared of it? Are you scared of us? Are you scared of us? Can you bang on the bridge?
Dude.
Can you make the bridge shake at all? Are you tired of people coming out here to where you are? Do we need to leave? Do we need to leave? Yeah, I zoomed in a little bit. I think the IR is starting to get a little... Well, it's getting darker, so I think we might have another 30 minutes left with it before we need to adjust where it is. Do you like Bradley more than you like me?
Is it because I have kids? I hope you wouldn't push me off though. As you know, I should be able to go back home to my kids. You should meet them though, they're so beautiful. My oldest, she's 12. Her name is Kaylin. My second, she's 10. She just turned 10. She's Adriana. My third is my only boy. He's Austin. He is 8 years old. And my last is Payson, who is 7. How many children did you have? How old were they when you died? That's awesome. That's awesome. Is there anybody else out here? What's your name? When I said, is there anybody else out here? I heard, yeah. Anybody else out here?
So earlier I thought I heard a clutter of voices. Just a clutter. And that's all I've heard. That's all I've experienced.
Well, all of a sudden this bridge got super hot. Oh, and now it cooled down. That's a bit strange. I heard yes when you asked the question. I mean, a clear yes. I keep hearing voices. That was a very clear yeah.
Would you mind showing yourself to us?
Let us see you. Let us show your beauty.
Well, I answered one question.
What's that?
Just had a gnat fly in front of the camera when the flash was going off. Kind of looked like a dim version or a smaller version of the picture we saw there.
Ah. Peanut talk. All right, well let's talk about what started the whole paranormal investigating for us. The Bellamy Bridge. It's a few months later. Had some time to review all of the evidence that we got in there. But I can say for me, what I was hoping to be a piece of evidence, and I found this. We'll let y'all see it now. That's all I need. What it looks like on thermal is something bending over on the bridge, holding onto it. I went back to the original non-thermal, and it just happens to be a boat ramp. That's kind of a disappointment to me, because that's home. This is the story that started off, the Bellamy Bridge, right?
Yep. And I even say in the description of this episode, if you want to go out a full screen real quick and just read it, I say this is our childhood legend. This is the myth we were raised on, right? Like, this is our ghost story. This is Marianna's big one.
Right, and we were disappointed because we wanted that to be the first thing we tried, and then we get there and we can't get to it. So we had to redo it, and we were able to cram it in at the last minute. But I mean, all in all, it was almost a letdown for me. I had a lot of what they call, the disembodied experience. I heard a lot of things, a lot of yeses and things like that. But we didn't catch any on recording, or I didn't hear any. Did you?
No. One of the things I did do throughout the episode is I wanted to give credence to your experiences, right? Like, I don't think you're a liar. I don't think you're making this up. I feel like you did hear something. But I wanted the audience to have the opportunity to maybe listen closer than you and I did and see if they hear something that you're hearing. Maybe my ears just didn't pick up the frequency of that or whatever. So in the episode, you can go back and you can actually find those markers I put in the episode to see if maybe you hear something that he did.
Yeah, and the one that you may have gotten on recorder, and like you were saying, it kind of sounds like a yes, or maybe like a zip or something like that.
Yeah, to me it sounded like a zipper, but I'm like, I don't remember you like zipping anything up at any point in time. So
no, I don't think I was. I think I can't remember at that point. Was I standing next to the bridge or sitting?
No, you were actually behind the railings.
Okay.
You're right next to me beside the railings, which is why I'm saying I really don't remember you doing anything there except for just standing there.
Yeah. Now that part is definitely coming back. Yeah, I don't think I was zipping anything. And from what I can remember, I commented, "Hey, I heard a yes." That was the most clear voice that I heard the whole time there, the clearest word. I think some other times I was hearing maybe not, can't remember, not laughing, but like words, but I couldn't pick them out. You know what I mean? And it was in the dark, so if anybody else was there, you would have seen a flashlight. It was pretty dark. But that was the clearest thing that happened there to me. But you didn't hear it, so that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I had absolutely zero experiences at the Bellamy Bridge. The only experience I walked away with were mosquito bites, and I'm kind of bitter about that.
And sweat.
Yeah, drenched.
So, we even tried to duplicate the picture we found with the big flash across the bridge. Didn't get that. Man, we tried everything. We took everything out there.
We did flash photography. Did IR. We did thermal. We did everything. Yeah, didn't catch anything. I keep going over all the evidence I have, just hoping, just because of what it is, where it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the childhood stories. Nothing. There's just nothing. So it's disappointing, and I mean, it was still fun to go and attempt to prove something, from home. But I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about. I'll give my opinion.
Go ahead.
Just from my experience with the disembodied voices, and I guess this is my fault for not knowing this. I don't know if a disembodied voice can talk to one person but not another sitting there.
Theory has it that's kind of how it exactly works. Is it can be either a group experience or it could be an individual. If like the idea is that if an entity finds a connection with you, and you even brought up in the investigation that like maybe you think the fact that you're both parents.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe that's what made it connect with me. And you even tried being the teacher. You tried to do that, but maybe just the parent. Maybe the parents did it, but given the evidence that we have, I would say it's not haunted. But giving my experience with a disembodied voice, maybe there's more to investigate. Maybe we do it in a different way than we did. Maybe a different time. Maybe we were there at the wrong time. Maybe we need to be later or earlier. I don't know. But given the disembodiment that I had, there's a creep level to it to me. There's something I heard that you did. But just given based off evidence, off video, off audio, there's nothing there. But experiencing what I did, there's something weird going on. If you know what I'm trying to say.
well, I mean, you're just about an hour away from there. Have you thought about going back?
I've contemplated it. I'm trying to find somebody who would go with me, or who could go with me. I'd have to wait because after Hurricane Sally, there ain't no chance of me getting there right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's way more flooded because we actually crossed that river yesterday.
You threw like two small trees to create a bridge for us.
Right, I would need huge trees to create a bridge because we went over the bridge, not over Bellamy Bridge, but the bridge that you get there, and the water's way too high. But yeah, if I could find somebody to go, I'd go back out there and just try something. Maybe I'd go out there a little bit earlier and just see what happened. Or maybe I need to do some more research and find out, okay, what time of the year did this happen? Maybe there's something going on with that. What I mean?
So you're saying maybe you want to look more into the residual side of it rather than intelligent side of it?
Yeah, because we try to touch on the intelligent and we got nothing. Maybe there's a residual. Maybe it's just that time of year that it happened. And I know that's a lot of stories. Every year on this date you see it. So I don't know if that's a fact, but I'm just trying to put something together, and maybe I'm just trying to reach because it is Jackson County, it is home. I don't know if I'm just trying to reach too much, or maybe I should just let it go, or maybe it does deserve another investigation.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm ever down there again and you want to team up again to try it out, I'd be more than happy to attempt it. But I honestly think, I didn't hear anything. I certainly didn't see anything. And actually, that's a lie. I heard plenty of bugs. Like you could hear crickets, you could hear owls, you could hear cicadas, like you name it, they were out. But in terms of paranormal, I heard nothing. I saw nothing. In my mind, the Bellamy Bridge, while it's a wonderful story, it's a great local legend, it's a great myth. That's all it is. It's just a story the community tells as the local ghost story, and it's not haunted. It's absolutely not haunted.
Okay.
And that's my take on it.
And I agree with you when it comes to evidence, there is none. But, just feeling what I heard, hearing what I heard, the disembodiment. I can't say it's not, but again, I really can't say it is.
Yep.
That one's real hard. It's real sad. So, well, y'all tell us what you think. You see what we've seen, and you've heard what we didn't hear. What do you guys think? Is it haunted or is it BS?
Here's the door.